Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, The Lost Chevalier, and you're welcome back to the SCP Foundation. Let's hit the random SCP, shall we? And let's drink a little of water, because I'm dying of thirst and my throat is killing me. SCP-3914. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. As of the time of writing, all members of SCP-3914 remain uncontained and active. Given the considerable resources SCP-3914 has at its disposal, any operation to contain the group as a whole has been deemed infeasible. Instead, MTF Alpha-4 Pawn Express operatives have been embedded with Amazon.com Incorporated and are to monitor the activities of any individual involved with SCP-3914. In the event that an opportunity to capture a member of SCP-3914 should arise, MTF-C8, the silencers, are to be deployed to detain the individual in question and transport them to Site Redacted for containment and interrogation. Any anomalous object or entity created by SCP-3914 are similarly to be contained within Site Redacted for further study. Given the likelihood of that SCP-3914 necromantic capabilities are derived from anomalous artifacts, the retrieval and containment of these artifacts is to be considered top priority for all Foundation agents embedded within Amazon. Should any attempt be made by SCP-3914 to begin retail and distribution of its anomalous products to the public, any dispatched objects are to be intercepted by MTF Alpha-4 agents and an operation mounted by MTF-C8 to locate and terminate all members of SCP-3914 in order to prevent a SK-class Broken Masquerade event. Description: SCP-3914 is the designation given to Amazon.com Incorporated's board directors. Each individual member of SCP-3914 exhibits a unique anomalous ability, of all which exhibit properties consistent with necrotaumatology. Taumatology involving death and the animation of dead flesh. Successive members of SCP-3914 have each exhibited the same ability as the member whose position they took, suggesting abilities are not naturally possessed but rather obtained as part of the process of joining SCP-3914, likely through the usage of yet unidentified anomalous artifact. The members of SCP-3914 and their individual abilities are as follows. Designation: SCP-3914-1. Full name: Tom A. Alberg. Date joined: June 1996. Reanimation anomalous ability: reanimations of recently deceased persons, designated SCP-3914-A. Sentience is retained, but all reanimated persons are completely subservient of SCP-3914-1. All instances exhibit complete cessation of bodily functions. SCP-3914-2. Patricia Q. Stonecipher. February 1997. Reanimation of human remains, regardless of age. All sentience is lost during the reanimation process, but reanimated persons, designated SCP-3914-B, remain capable of basic motor function and carry out all orders given by SCP-3914-2 to the best of their ability. SCP-3914-3. Thomas O. Ryder. November 2002. Forced manifestation of Class 4 incorporeal entities in the image of recently deceased persons, designated SCP-3914-C. SCP-3914-4. Jonathan J. Rubinstein. December 2010. Binding of incorporeal entities to inanimate objects. SCP-3914-5. Jamie S. Gorelick. February 2012. Shaping of biological material via mental command. SCP-3914-6, Judith A. McGrath, July 2014, currently unknown. SCP-3914-7, Wendell P. Weeks, February 2016, currently unknown. SCP-3914, Daniel P. Huttenlocker, September 2016, complete cessation of life via touch. SCP-3914-0, Jeffrey Bezos, unknown. Anomalous ability, none. SCP-3914-0 appears to be SCP-3914-A instance, used by SCP-3914 as a public figurehead. The members of SCP-3914 all seem to share the same goal of financial success for Amazon.com Incorporated, and make full use of their abilities to achieve this end. To date, 37 clandestine warehouses and 3 factories staffed entirely by SCP-3914-B instances have been discovered, and at least redacted more facilities are currently believed to exist. A study of SCP-3914-B instances captured during Foundation raids has shown that instances have been created for both recently deceased persons, primarily homeless individuals or missing persons, as well as remains exhumed from multiple mass graves. Some instances show a level of decay consistent with redacted years of decomposition. Furthermore, several employees of both Amazon.com Incorporated and several rival electronic commerce companies, as well as multiple politicians, law enforcement officials, and other public figures, have been determined through extensive investigation to in fact be SCP-3914-A instances. It is currently believed that these instances may have contributed to the failure of several investigations into Amazon.com Incorporation regarding illegal business practices. SCP-3914 was first discovered in 2000 redacted, following the discovery of a SCP-3914-C instance bound to an Amazon brand virtual assistant device. Originally given its own designation, subsequent investigation determined the existence of SCP-3914 and several anomalies under the control of its members, including more instances of SCP-3914-C. For its part, the members of SCP-3914 appears to be aware of the Foundation existence, actively instructing all SCP-3914-B instances to respond violently to Foundation personnel. As of the time of writing, however, SCP-3914 has made no attempts to direct contact the Foundation, and as such is believed to be entirely hostile. Addendum 3914-A. On 1803 of Redacted, MTF Alpha 4 Operative D. Thompson reported a brief encounter with SCP-3914-1 and SCP-3914-8 in an elevator at Amazon.com Incorporation's headquarters in Seattle, Washington. Thompson reported that the encounter only lasted a few seconds and that no words were exchanged, suggesting it was of little importance. 3 months later, Thompson requests a transfer back to Site Redactor, citing a belief that of SCP-3914 was growing suspicion of him. Thompson's request was granted, and he left Amazon.com Incorporation the following day. On 26th of June, Redacted, Thompson arrived at Site Redacted and immediately triggered thaumaturgy detection systems upon entering the site lobby. Thompson reacted violently to this, lethally wounded the site receptionist and 2 facility security officers using his standard issue sidearm before he could be terminated. Following his successful termination, examination of Thompson's body confirmed he has undergone complete organ failure 3 months prior, suggesting he has been killed by SCP-3914-8 and reanimated by SCP-3914-A instance on the day of the reported encounter. An inspection of his personal belongings revealed a sophisticated tracking device suspected to have been produced on the orders of SCP-3914, concealed within his clothing. Following this instance, all infiltrations infiltration of Amazon.com Incorporation by MTF Alpha 4 is to be halted indefinitely, with all personnel assigned to SCP-3914 to instead redirect efforts toward finding a method to contain or terminate all members of SCP-3914. Until this comes to fruition, site-redacted staff are to be made aware that SCP-3914 is aware of the site location and actively hostile to Foundation interests. As such, all staff should practice increased vigilance, and any evidence of potential surveillance or otherwise unusual activity should be reported to Site Director Kai Ellis immediately. Addendum 3914-B. Following the event described in Addendum 3914-A, SCP-3914 has begun taking direct economic actions against the Foundation. Several companies involved in supplying the Foundations with crucial parts and materials for use of equipment, including the reinforced metal used in containment chambers, construction and electronic components of devices such as Scranton reality anchors and canned counters, have been purchased by Amazon.com Incorporated. Furthermore, some companies have chosen to end previous contracts with the Foundation abruptly and without explanation, despite having suffered no such buyout. As such, it is currently hypothesized that members of SCP-3914 have killed and reanimated the directors of these companies as SCP-3914-A instances. Finally, several cemeteries in close proximity to Foundation sites globally have been target of grave robbing incidents, prompting concerns that SCP-3914 might be deliberately seeking out deceased Foundation personnel to reanimate, likely either to gather further information or to affect morale against current Foundation personnel. Due to the strain put on Foundation resources by these economic attacks, senior staff has issued a formal request to O5 Command to purchase the remaining suppliers, bringing production directly into Foundation control and preventing any future buyouts by SCP-3914. So it's basically Amazon ruled by a group of necromancers. That's awesome. Okay, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a blast. I was the Lost Chevalier, signing out. Bye bye!